What up, big dogs? Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode, I don't know what episode it is, but it's a lot. Episode number maybe 30 something. So I actually went into retirement when I was 18. I retired because basically the idea was like I'm going to work a job, and then when I have enough money in my bank account to chill, I'm going to retire. So I went in my first retirement when I was 18 or 19 out of 5 guys. And I stopped working there for like 6 months, chilled, relaxed, lived it up. Then I had to go back to work somewhere else.
There was some ice skater that beat you. She retired at 16.
Like an Olympic champion or something?
Yep.
Well, that's what happens when you have success in your career. You can retire earlier. I was a little less fortunate and had to wait till I was 18. But 19 or 18.
I think it was 19.
And then our mom was super pissed at me because, you know, she called me the R word a bunch. She said you retired when
The R word is retired.
Retired, not retarded, not retired. I was like, yes, I'm the R word. I'm fucking retired. But
I wonder if the people watching are cooped up because of this new blizzard.
I mean, they're not gonna be. This shit's gonna be old by the time they see it. But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Northeast getting raped by a blizzard right now, and I haven't seen my dick and I haven't seen the sun in like. No, I've seen the sun. It was like 45 degrees yesterday.
The day before it happened, it was actually like nice out.
But we haven't seen.
We had a heat wave of 45 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, it literally there's been snow on the ground since November of this year. Every week or week and a half there has been a snowstorm.
Or
and
flurry or something.
New York it's not the vibe right now.
New York's not the place to be.
You know,
ever.
But I kind of want to talk about like jobs before we were famous today. Before we had a podcast, what was the one where you did? I mean, we can talk about it now because
read anything you wrote.
I can read it because you don't work there anymore and because you're pursuing different ways of life. What was the job? Talk about your job at your at the like crack house.
At the crackhead.
Imagine your boss being a crackhead. You're literally your boss was a crackhead or a group of crackheads.
I mean,
crackhead conglomerate.
He was a former drug addict, so.
Who? No, I'm talking about. Yeah, but like working at the place where all the people who you serve are like what was it? A group home?
It's like a mental health rehab place. People.
What was your favorite thing about the job?
I didn't like the job, so I don't know. Actually, no, I like the coworkers.
If you could bring one thing home from the job, what would it be?
What a horrible question.
The dead rat that one of the guys kept in his room, or?
God, I mean that would be more sanitary.
Didn't some guy have a collection of, or he would kill geese around the property?
Yeah, no, the mental people, they're like schizophrenic and they're kind of like the Ted Bundys of the world.
That's crazy. I don't know why you would ever fucking take a job doing that. It's like
because they hired
you.
Me.
You could be like a golf caddy hanging around rich people. Not that does anything. I mean, you get tipped, but it's like you don't have to worry about the guy you're feeding breakfast to stabbing you in the neck because you think you're the devil.
I never cared. They were. I mean, the staff they kind of respect as long as you're a guy. They didn't really respect.
They didn't respect women.
They don't respect women there. At least not for authority. I mean, they just kind of like they'll curse out the female staff or depending on which.
I don't know why any girl would get into that job though.
They don't. Usually, people end up quitting. So like.
Yeah.
It's, and also whoever had my office, it was like a trend of whoever had my office would always quit eventually. Like no one stayed in my office.
I mean,
and I knew I wasn't gonna stay that long, but I was thinking 2 years, but I made it like 1.
Shit's just too.
Life's
too short to work a job like that.
Yeah.
Didn't like one of the guys like try and blow up a gas station or
he tossed a lighter at a gas station because the guy refused to sell him beer without giving him money first. Because he had.
Also, what about the guy who like. What's the word? The wannabe mafia guy who pretty much you had to be paying him a cut of your check.
Oh, this before
your boss.
This guy. There's like on my first week, who's gonna be a client or of mine or whatever or patient or whatever. He's like, oh, so how much do you make? And then he's like, can you do something for me? And you just give me half your paycheck every 2 weeks. Can you do that?
That's insane.
So he said
what did you say to him?
I said, we'll talk about it later.
What did he say to that?
He's like, okay.
Why did you give me? Did he ever follow up with you?
No.
Come back for his paycheck? Did he have a nickname?
This guy was a criminal already, though. I heard he used to talk about how him and his friends used to call elderly people and tell them you just want a brand new Mercedes. All you have to do is pay the tax. and he would just get their like bank information.
You would take half?
Take half? I take all of it. But yeah, no, he was a criminal.
Sounds like a misguided child.
He was only, what was he, 24?
Wait, but are they like drug addicts first and then they start doing crazy shit, or they do
No,
crazy
they
shit
start-
and then that leads to being a drug addict?
They are crazy shit, and they're born fucked up most of the time, and then that leads them to go to drugs.
So they just level up in the
They
past.
level up. They're born whack because usually their parents are on drugs. They're born cracked out, and then
So it's a never-ending cycle of just stupid shit.
pretty much, yeah,
What was your favorite thing that one of these people did to you or said?
to me. One of the guys used to tell me that he was funny. He was schizophrenic. Pretty much all of them were schizophrenic. He would tell me that I looked like a G.I. Joe soldier. He told me I should buy a yellow Porsche convertible. What else? One time he was complaining that he got poison ivy on his scrotum bag. That's what he called it.
Shit, I've had poison ivy on my scrotum bag many times actually. Remember we used to build forts out? I don't know. Did you ever had it on your balls?
Yeah.
We would build forts out in the woods by my house when we were younger, and a couple times like we'd get crazy poison ivy outbreaks, and then it kind of gets worse every time you get it. So then eventually, one time my balls just started itching, and it couldn't have been anything else because I was only. It couldn't have been anything else because I was 27 at the time. No, I'm kidding. No, because it couldn't have been anything because I was 10 years old. I was like, oh, my balls are itchy.
I just kept
And I was
scratching
thinking
them.
of a joke there, and I just couldn't come up with one.
Because you were thinking, like, what kind of disease could I have
At 12,
by
but then I
this
was like,
age?
No,
Yeah.
but that was gonna be like the line. But I was like, maybe I make it a joke, but it
You're like,
fell.
you know, yeah, it's like I was 10, so I hadn't lost my virginity for
another year.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. But
So it couldn't happen yet.
no, but like my balls were itchy, and then I looked down, it looked like a fucking tennis ball. It was huge, and it was red, and it was itchy.
I had it on my
Went straight to I had it on my balls and my pee-pee head.
I had it on
like,
my
it was so
pee-pee-
crazy.
on my pee-pee shaft, and it just made like
It yeah,
it just made like playing with it more fun because it felt.
yeah, but it starts to
better.
hurt after a while,
If you go too hard.
and then it
yes.
starts to get pussy, and it starts to.
Maybe that would have been. Maybe that was some kind of disease or something else.
Shit, maybe you're right.
You know what? Even little kids
And then-
can get STDs if you put your hand in places they don't belong.
Oh yeah, well no, I stuck my finger up a sea cucumber like years ago, and ever
Yeah.
since then I've had a rash on my hand.
You fondled the sea
Oh yeah,
cucumber. That's
definitely.
retarded. That was like in a science class, like dissecting. You would have been better off dissecting a frog, but instead
Sea cucumber, I stuck my finger
you
in
fondled
it's-
a fish,
yeah.
pretty much.
Well, not a fish. It's not a living organism technically.
Yes, it is.
So
Technically,
could be.
absolutely living.
A sea cucumber?
Yeah.
No, they call them the pickles of the ocean.
You don't think they're alive?
I don't think they are. I think they're like a sponge.
Sponges are alive.
Oh fuck. Okay.
They're plants. They're all alive.
But
Well,
speaking
actually,
of
they're
my
technically
balls,
animals. They're
speaking of
animals,
my
they're not plants.
balls, a couple weeks ago, Percy,
Speaking
the
of
dog,
balls.
literally bit my dick sack.
Dick sack.
What was it? So okay, so I was holding the blanket up, and every morning I wake up and
You
like
were just kind of like
I play with
playing
him, and I wear
him.
these shorts. I'm wearing shorts in the morning, and they're thin shorts, and I'm like playing with him. I'm doing the Zorro the bull thing, so I'm throwing the sheet over his head, and he goes to bite it. First off, he sent Cameron's girlfriend to the ER because
He knocked hot tea on her.
he knocked hot tea on her. He sent my girlfriend to the hospital because he scratched her and that got infected, and then he bit my cock and balls. My
He
cock and
went
balls.
to go and bite the blanket,
Bit
and then he had like
my cock sack.
short, thin shorts on, so he bit, and he
Bit my dick.
nipped right into the sack.
And I took a photo of it, and I didn't anticipate ever showing a picture of my dick to my parents, but I did, and they were like, "What the fuck?" You know, it'd be funny. I was super close up on my balls and not cut. So like, what if it was just like a whole dick pic, and like, like you barely see the cut? They're like, "Where's the cut?" And I have to zoom in. It's right
Yeah,
here,
just
mom.
showing you the aesthetic first.
Oh, yeah. No, no.
Oh yeah, I forgot why I'm showing you this.
No, but I had to show my parents. I didn't have to, but I did. I wanted to. It felt like freeing. I was like, finally, an excuse to show my parents what I'm working with. And but yeah, it was a little scary because it was like a hole in my sack, and it didn't pierce all the way through to my testicles. But if like my balls weren't like shriveled, that was such a disgusting comment. If it wasn't cold out that morning, they would have been sagging, and his tooth would have probably sunk right into the nut.
Straight into the nut.
Right into the
itself.
nut. He would have got his nut, and
That'd be like biting into a cherry.
I don't even
Like,
fucking
oh,
know.
God.
Oh, it was so disgusting. Like, I was so lucky. And then I bandaged it up, and I, like, took precautions, and I cleaned it up, and, like...
You should just wear a cup.
And
Wear a
then,
cup
like,
from
it
now on.
recovered, just fine now, but...
I cut my testicles open once in the same way from riding a bicycle. I
Yeah,
don't know
but,
why.
like, a dog bite's scarier.
No, but I did it in a
because-
very stupid way. For some reason, I decided to ride my bike with my eyes shut. for
Wait,
like
you
a
rode a
good 10
bike with
seconds.
no seat?
with my eyes shut, and then I drove into.
You deserve that. In fact, that's probably God's way of saying you don't need these balls because we don't want your genes passing on.
I drove into our neighbor's trash cans,
Yeah.
and the seat just like pierced my nut.
Ooh, that's bad. But I remember when he first bit the nut, I was like, oh, it's fine. It felt like, it didn't feel like, you know when your balls get hurt, it feels like you feel your balls getting hurt.
Well, that's
it didn't
what-
feel like
that's
that. It felt like
from
a pinch.
That's like a trauma to the
Yeah, it felt like a
balls.
pinch, and then I went to look, I was like, oh, I'm good. Then I went back and I went, ooh, it really kind of stings. Went back and they were gushing blood. And then
And there's an,
2 days later, like this.
There's a photo on
fixed
the
up.
on the Patreon. You guys can all access photos.
Yeah, guys, on Patreon, there's a picture of that.
if you want an uncensored photo. So,
Uncensored.
yeah, premium content.
Some people are into that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
So I'm trying to read what else you have. Written
I
here.
had
Jobs before we did that. right?
working.
What the hell does that say? Fame?
I honestly forgot what it says, and I can't read my own
Working.
handwriting. So jobs before retire. Okay, so I retired.
I thought that said working Nosferatu, but
Jobs before fame.
that's not for us.
Working.
Working not for us. Not for
Oh
anybody.
yeah, working's not for us.
I don't think it's for anybody if you really
Yeah.
think about
And
it.
I have
No
another
one wants
point.
to.
Do you think that
But-
ugly people just so happen to work in warehouses, or ugly people choose to work in warehouses?
It reminds me of a tweet I saw one time. This woman was saying something about, I need me a sugar daddy, I'm sick of working, or something like that.
Bitch.
And then the guy responds to her, she says, you lack both the face and body for that. What you need is a warehouse job. That's what,
That's
he, that's what he said to her.
A warehouse. You need a warehouse job. You need to be working. You need to be in the fields, woman.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, you gotta be in the back. You can't be around the customers.
You can't be in the front.
We
It's
can't have you
crazy,
on the
by
front
the way.
line. Like-
When we went to Florida, it's like they understand business. Like all the girls working at the restaurants are like younger and more attractive. As we're in New York, it's like they don't like in Florida.
Yeah.
That's like a thing though.
Buffalo
that's
Wild
like
Wings gets it.
But I'm saying they get it. But that's like literally their business models. Put young like college age
Young
girls.
hot girls. It
in
doesn't
working
take a
places.
genius to figure
I
it
know,
out.
but in New York, like they won't do that. And then they had some.
What do you mean they won't do
when,
that? They do.
You don't see it as much in New York. But when we were at a there was
At
walking
our
past.
gym, they do.
There was people raising money for a charity, right?
Oh, that was ridiculous.
And it was like, you know, and they were just like, you know, the sister in Grown Ups, the daughter. That's what the girl, Rob Schneider's daughter, the one.
The one
That's
with the dirty
that's what they were
Q-tip
like. And, like they were
haircut.
getting no donations. I was like, if you just like
Swap her out.
swap
for
her
for
out
someone else.
with someone else, like you will raise money. You will cure cancer.
Like put her in a bathing suit and you're good. Like,
No, not her.
No, God, no, not that one. No,
But
no.
I mean, it sounds horrible. It is horrible.
That is just
This is the reality of the world.
Reality.
In fact, I was once taught by one of my mentors in life that if you want to do good at business and you walk into an office, you should befriend the first fat girl that you see.
Who the fuck
Because
told you
she
that?
will move mountains for you.
Quite possibly, literally. But
No, she will. Fat girls will be so loyal. And they will, if you're an attractive guy and you give them attention, they will love you forever.
that's kind of true.
It is
But
true.
also, who the hell said that?
I don't want to reveal it.
What I know.
You'll know. I'll tell you later.
I have an idea. But
There's a lot of other. Let me think of other crazy life advice I have. That's a big one, but because we're on the topic of fat girls, that's kind of where that went.
and each, what the funny. Oh,
Yeah, that's kind of when we did the clips.
improve. I don't know.
You
what
can read
that-
these in your head, and then the point is to read them in your head, and then to look back
Yeah,
and
but
start.
I can't even read them.
So then you
period.
don't have to.
So
You just keep talking to me.
I'm kind of asking so you can tell me. and
Working not for
translate.
us. What was I? Okay.
What would people do if they're not working? I mean, have.
No, I'm saying it's not for us. Other people have to work.
Yeah, that's better.
Podcasting is for us. And like once Leap Year's successful and I'm fucking rich and famous and the podcast is making money, then we can just make full-time pods. Just be full-time podders. And we'd probably do one pod a day if you have a guest and
That's a whole 20 minutes of.
I know,
of
work.
doing anything.
and
of
then
work.
you have a producer you just hand it off to. Actually, you probably become the producer.
And then that
and
just means
then-
editing it. And
Yeah, editing it, and that takes an hour to edit. And that'll be your job once it starts making money.
Yeah. And then once this, I mean, how many views on average do the?
The clips, the Patreon clips don't, it's different.
It's the little
The
little
little
snippets,
clips. I mean,
right?
there's no on average. Yeah, the snippets get.
There's always an on
I mean,
average.
one is 10 million views, and then there's some with 100. Like it just.
Of the snippets.
Yeah, it varies.
Oh.
So,
But
but
something with 10 million views, how many comments does that get?
probably like, let me check. 200,000 sends.
What does that mean?
200,000 people shared it with their friends.
Really? That's good.
There's a few clips that do really well.
Are they're all like the most outlandish things.
Yeah.
You say, right?
How many comments does that have? 1,000. But like, it's funny because there's some videos with less crazy stuff that have or less.
What is that Cameron wearing something?
No,
Like a costume, or is it you?
which one?
Oh, like the stupid costume and.
Some of them have costumes, some of them don't though.
Oh, that was funny looking.
But yeah. And once Leap Year kind of gets out there, which hopefully will be...
Well, there'll be a trailer soon, right?
There will be a trailer, but we have to finish the edit. It's funny because our editor is supposed to be sitting there, and he's not.
Where is he?
Probably...
Isn't he home?
He is home. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's not editing the movie.
Or something.
But, yeah. I mean, oh yeah, I want to have a guest on every day. But, like, that's the thing is, like, have some people who can have cool, interesting conversations. And maybe get bitches and have fast cars, money, all that shit. Those are our ideal guests.
I still think going out and doing this on the go is more... Like, that camera can travel, right? Like,
well,
that
if you have somebody following you with it, then it can, and, like... But, like, this thing's, like, no, it's not that portable.
Yeah, it is. Someone holds it and films and is your cameraman.
I mean, but, like, what are they going to follow us around with the camera?
Yeah.
That's like a vlog and less of a podcast.
What's the difference?
A podcast is you sit here in a studio in a controlled space. It like, think about it. Like, it's blizzard out right now. Like, we could just come down here and film. Like, there's nothing stopping us from producing content.
In a situation with that where it's not a blizzard out.
I mean, then, yeah, we could have somebody follow us with the camera, but then you have, like, better audio you have to take into account. Also, lighting, it's like, there's so many variables.
What do people like more? Do people like those traveling vlogs?
I mean, the thing is, if the shit's funny, it doesn't matter if we're sitting here. Like, the reason that we're making it sitting here is because we can just talk and bullshit for hours and do our own thing and on our own time, and we don't have to worry about anything else. And then anything else would be a specialty project that we make. Mm-hmm. But the core, like, engine for our business is the podcast.
What other stuff should we talk about?
I don't know.
Like right now?
Maybe, money. Maybe fucking cars.
Fucking cars?
Like, cars and shit. Bitches, sports, money, the Olympics.
Bitches, sports, money.
Oh, fucking pizza fiasco.
Oh.
Today's pizza fiasco. Yeah, I mean, that kind of... I failed today at making pizza, so our mom got us this pizza oven. The problem is we know each other, and we know everything that happens in our lives. We need some fresh blood in here to be like, what? Oh my god, you got a pizza oven?
Yeah, I mean, I still think, like, Kyle Donovan, like, they're funny.
They're fucking retarded.
They're retards.
I'm not having them on my podcast. But,
funny.
But, no, so I bought this pizza oven, and my mom bought the pizza oven, and I call people retarded. So I bought this pizza oven. No, she set it up in the backyard, or we set it up before the snowstorm. And I pretty much just incinerated the first pizza because the flame was way too hot. And then the second and third were kind of trash too. So that's my new hobby, is like figuring out how to make pizza.
Your new hobby is burning food.
My new hobby is incineration. No, but the problem is, like, on Long Island, it's so much easier just to go buy a pizza.
And that's exactly
like the best
what
pizza
I did.
in the world, as opposed to, like, we have the best pizza in the world 5 minutes from my house. As opposed to sit there and, like, make it. Yeah, dude, Coliseo's pizza is the best in the world.
I went to Old Town, but yeah, I went.
Old Town's good. No, but any pizza on Long Island, this area is, for the most part, it's hard to get bad pizza, but Coliseo's is the best in the world, without a doubt. Have you had better pizza?
We haven't been many places.
Blood, you live in New York on Long Island. There are no better places to get pizza.
What about Italy, where it's from?
It's different fucking pizzas.
Well,
like, I haven't been to Idaho. Maybe they have good pizza.
That doesn't fucking
Can you just
you just like to glaze Long Island too much, like.
Dog, give us credit where it's due. We have the best pizza in the world.
I haven't actually.
Where else? There's nowhere to go.
I'm thinking.
I haven't tried South Carolina pizza.
Italy, probably.
Okay, Italy is an exception, and it's a different type of pizza. I'm talking like American pizza.
The
pizza people give a shit about.
That'd probably.
Long Island.
Yeah, probably.
Specifically, Coliseo's in Port Jeff Station is the best in the world.
What about? I thought like New York City was supposed to be.
Manhattan pizza is actually dog shit because you have a lot of people come in and start like these $1 pizza chains, and they it's just like they're not quality and they're real crap, and they're overpriced. Not the $1 places. Well, they are for the shit that they sell you, but like.
Whatever place we went to.
Me and Cindy got a pizza right out of Penn Station, and it was like $17 for 3 slices. Ridiculous. And no, so the better pizza is like...
How many... What is that per slice?
It's like $5. The better pizza is Brooklyn is good pizza. The, like, North Jersey has, like, good pizza. Long Island has good pizza. Nassau and Suffolk. Not too far in Suffolk, though. I feel like once you get past, like, Miller Place, like, the pizza becomes shit.
Oh, like going out east?
Yeah, it's not the same.
Well, out east, all they have are farms.
Actually, there's a couple of good, but the better stuff is, like, between Port Jeff, because the Coliseo's, all the way to, like, Nassau County.
Still knowing this, I could still live in, I mean, like, we plan to go to Florida. Like, have we told them, the podcast, that we're going to relocate eventually?
I mean, I think we've talked about it briefly.
But
yeah,
like,
the goal, the dream is to relocate the pod to Florida. Tropical beaches, boats, race cars, fucking drugs, fucking cars, Lamborghinis, on the beach house with the pod, and then basically we'll make podcasts, and then People
then
will
live
pay
it
for the
up.
podcasts. We use that money to make movies, and then we entertain the world with our movies/podcast empire. And then eventually we build like a big ass building that has all of like the sets for the pods and the sets for the movies. And before you know it, we're basically like a Disney in Florida.
There is one in Disney World.
All right, dogs. I think that's it for today's pod. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Patreon. If you're watching this, you are following us on Patreon. Big dogs, fuck yeah. Love the support. You're the fucking boss, man. Fuck yeah.